My name is Joe DeFranco, and I built DeFranco's gym with one thing in mind, and that is to bring out the very best in every single athlete that walks through these doors. Using the latest scientific research and an insane atmosphere, my staff and I are able to help any athlete achieve their goals. Now, for the first time ever, we're opening up the garage doors and we're giving you a behind-the-scenes look at what goes down at one of America's best gyms. Welcome to DeFranco's Uncensored, where our athletes are driven beyond strength. Every morning I wake up, I have the same ritual, and it's like it almost becomes second nature. I go from here in the morning and I spend time with my family, and I really, when I walk into the gym, it truly is my second family. It's not just a cliche kind of thing to say. I mean, the bottom line is, as much as my first family means more to me and everything to me, I spend more time with my second family.
I think he's so successful because he has to be the best in anything that he does.
Every year that I've trained with Joe, every time I step back on the field, I feel better. And I know a large part has to do with the training we did in the off season.
No matter if it's something with the girls or at the gym, he's just constantly trying to step his game up.
He never wants to stop learning. Every little thing he tries to apply to our training, and it just directly correlates to my game.
He's so dedicated to what he does. That's probably why he's been in business for 10 years.
I don't do it often enough, but every now and then when I do, either lay in bed or you just sit back and you say, wow, man, it's 10 years have gone by, and it's gone from literally a storage closet, a 500 square foot storage closet, to a world-renowned facility where literally people from all over the world come to train.
It's great to see him get the recognition that he deserves, because nobody works harder than him, and every time you come in here, it's something different.
It's humbling, but it's overwhelming at the same time. We have top-of-the-line equipment and specially made stuff, but it's bare bones in the sense of an industrial park in New Jersey, a little bit broken down, a little bit rough around the edges, because I want people that come there and have that mentality of blue-collar work. I'm gonna outwork you. I'm not gonna settle for anything but the best. It's more than just a gym, it's everything that goes along with it. It's an attitude.
You come in here and it's almost like a brotherhood. It's a bunch of guys that are just hungry to get to where they want to be in life. I think it's just a mentality when you come here.
I grew up on the south side of Chicago. I'm a blue-collar guy, and I've always been taught that it's not about where you train, it's about what you do when you're in there, and that's what this gym's all about.
There's a variety of different people that come here. Business people that work in New York City, to cops, to football players, to soccer players. You check that in at the door, let that be, and you just go to work here, and that's what I respect about this place.
I want to make sure no matter who you are, there's no entitlement at my gym. Everybody comes in and you're equal, and you have to earn respect. Whether you're a first-round draft pick in the NFL or a 15-year-old high school kid, nobody is entitled to be given anything at my gym.
This gym, it has its own, so to say, ambiance. When you come in here, you see people crushing weights, you hear loud music, you see guys getting after it. I mean, you can't help but want to be a part of it.
All his guys buy into his stuff, and I admire that greatly about Joe. He's very, very driven, and everyone believes in what he does.
Joe takes his athletes and his clientele seriously. He wants to make sure that they're getting what they need out of this situation. And I mean, when you come here, it's what you expect.
I've been working out here, and I have a bunch of people behind me who believe in me.
To have NFL superstars to push me forward makes me work 10 times harder.
To be here, you have to be mentally tough, and you have to be a mentally strong athlete.
The workouts keep changing up. They are never the same, and people keep seeing progress, and that is what a strength coach is supposed to do.
Growing up, football meant everything to me. My life revolved around training for football, playing football from the time My parents said I was 2 years old watching the TV and kind of understanding what was going on.
I mean, he just had this desire, and where he got it from, I don't know.
Through Pee-wees and all through high school, football was my life. That's how I started training with my dad for football.
I started him on the push-ups, the sit-ups, the chin-ups, the plyometrics. I made up a few exercises myself for a kid, took him to the park, ran the hills. No matter what I asked of him, he did it. And he did it without complaining. Matter of fact, each day he would ask, "What are we doing today, Dad? What are we doing today?" And I just knew this kid's gonna have a career in athletics.
Unfortunately, my senior year in high school, one morning I woke up with just a severe pain in my back and down my leg, and didn't know what it was, just thought it was maybe an injury, something that happened on the field, like a lot of little injuries I had. But long story short, 4 years and 4 back surgeries later, they discovered a tumor growing in my spine, and that was really, game over basically as far as playing professional football.
That was a bad time in our lives. To see your own son go through the pain that he went through, to see your kid go through all of that and still want to open up his own gym, that just was phenomenal to us.
I think Joe's learned from his dad how to be strong. His dad takes very good care of his mom. I think that's why Joe is where he is today, because of George.
My wife, unfortunately, she's been in the wheelchair for 23 years now, about a little over 23 years. She has MS. And there's not a day that goes by that she doesn't smile. I guess that's where Joe gets most of his drive.
I'm the type of guy that I need something to do. That's why I loved training for football. I like, if I'm gonna go to the gym, I want there to be a purpose. Anything I do, I want there to be a purpose to it, and I want to do it 110%. Now, almost 20 years later, I could look back and say, you know what, maybe that tumor was a blessing in disguise, because the day that I knew my football career was over, to kind of occupy my mind, because I was extremely depressed and sad, and I mean literally like sitting there crying myself to sleep because my football career was over. I needed something else to do, and I said, what's the next best thing that I love? And it was training for football. So that's when I just literally, dedicated my life and my mind to becoming educated on the human body and human performance and training. And I said, if I'm not gonna, play football, I'm gonna help other people achieve what I couldn't, whether it's in football or any other sport. But, maybe that's where I could focus all my attention, and I could say that it saved me, because otherwise I would have went crazy, without a doubt. I definitely have a true passion for this. I didn't just open up a gym because I wanted to have a gym. I certainly didn't want to be a business owner, because I don't even like the business aspect of things. I can't stand.
He cares about the athletes. He cares about making the guys the best that they can be.
He knows how to push certain guys. He knows how to coach certain guys. Not everyone's the same. And I think he's very specific with each and every one of us.
I want this gym to be the best in the world. I don't want it to be pretty good. I don't want it to be better than the gym down the street. I want this place to be the best place in the world. I think we attract people that want to be the best in the world at what they do.
You're surrounded by this environment of success and drive and people that really want to be there and do it and work hard as they can to be the best that they can. So being surrounded by that makes it even easier for you to feel like you can do it too.
This is more about just, sets and reps and increasing your bench press. It's about developing relationships with people, and you have no choice but to become closer with them, and they do almost become like family.
At DeFranco's, man, I met a lot of great people, starting with Joe. When I come in the gym, I listen to him. I look at him. I do look at him like a coach, but also like I look at him like a friend as well.
We know the story behind each of these athletes. They're not just a face to us. You know, we get to know them personally, and when you see what they're putting into it, we have no choice but to give that energy back. And I think the combination of that is what makes this place what it is. Gym definitely does have a family atmosphere, and people who have come here for the first time will say, "Oh man, this place is cool. It's, man, you work hard, but it's like a family here." You hear people say it all the time, and I think it's not an accident.
Even before I was pregnant, I knew that he would be a good father. He has clients that never spoke before and were very shy, and the minute Joe starts to talk to them, and they just start to open up.
He runs his gym almost like he runs his home. I mean, he's full of love, kindness, caring.
It's being an older brother, a younger brother, a father figure to some guys. I mean, you can't put that into words. It's so much more than, oh, I got this kid's 40-yard dash to be 2/10 faster. I got this guy to jump, 2 inches higher. It's a true caring about other people and being more than just a coach or a teacher. And that's something I take a lot of pride in.
Joe has been in my life for so long that he really is like all of those people. He's my friend. I tell him anything and everything. Now he's the dad, and I love his little baby girls and his girlfriend. They're the cutest people ever.
The people that come to the gym, they're so nice to be around. They're caring. They will do anything for Joe. I guess they see how much Joe gives to them. It's just a nice place to be.
He let me come, an intern, he let me into his house, which it's not just a gym. His girlfriend and kids are here, every day. This is genuinely his life, and his family, so he let me come in. So I'll always appreciate what he's done for me.
Oh, you're bringing your babies to a gym, you're letting them crawl on a turf. Ew, it's so germy, but it's our lives. Like, that's all we know. And I want Ava and Adriana to know that their dad built this brand.
You want to be humble, but at the same time, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't super proud to sit back and say, wow, like, look what's been built, a world-renowned brand. It's one of the things I'm most proud of in my life. The most exhausting part of my day is the drive home from the gym to here. And all I want to do in my mind, I'd say, man, I'd love to just eat and lay down and shut it down. But, when I come home and I walk through the door, Ashley, Ava, and Adriana deserve my attention too, and I want to give that to them. So I don't allow myself to shut down.
Oh, I'm so proud of Joe. I see what people don't see. When he comes home, I could see how tired he is. He really just gives his all.
Ashley puts up with this because she knows what he's done to make his business this way. But at the same time, I know Joe wants quality time with his kids.
As soon as I open up that door and you see Ava and Adriana staring at you and happy as could be to see you and clapping and saying dada, that recharges the batteries. And then it's, the second part of my day and the most important part of my day, which is spending time with Ashley and the kids. Next time on Driven Beyond Strength. We all always look forward to the summer. All the college kids come back. The NFL guys have their 4 or 5 week break.
I know there's no one that trained harder than me. And that's the kind of mindset I go out there with.
In sports, you're either getting better or you're getting worse. There's no in between, and that's the way it is coming into this gym.
They're putting their trust in me and this gym to help them prepare for literally their careers.
When the fourth quarter comes and the running back's huffing and puffing, I know I'm going to eat him alive. Because I know in the offseason he didn't put nearly as much work as I did.
It's such a wide variety of different characters from different walks of life, but they all have one thing in common. They're all very driven.